mind and journey through the cosmos of the universe. This is Bridging Realms with Dr. Jean Carlisle and False Freedom 691.
Welcome to another edition of Bridging Realms. I am False Freedom 691.
I'm Dr. Jean Carlisle.
We wanted to start the episode off by giving a shout out to all our new video viewers. Nice to see the audience grow. Guys, we wanted to mention that there's a whole archive of Bridging Realms audio episodes leading up to these video episodes you've been viewing and enjoying. So make sure to check us out on podcast platforms as well. There's a lot of content there.
Right, you can see us now, but you can go back and hear us a lot in our previous episodes. Hear our sexy voices talking about anything that you can think of, from UFOs to aliens to cryptids, like we'll be talking about today. Government conspiracies, lots of stuff like that. It's great. Great back archive of episodes. Listen to them now before the government takes them down.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Get that content, get that knowledge. This is free knowledge we're giving you, and you should be thankful for it, and you should show your appreciation by downloading these audio episodes and listening to them at your leisure. And when I say at your leisure, I mean like pretty quick. Like try to listen to them this week. Like there's you can also re-listen to the ones you've watched. So there's 34 so far,
Right.
and they're not all an hour long. So you can get through them this week, and we just really appreciate it if you did listen to every single episode we've released this week.
As quickly as possible, really, like we were saying. And we're all sheltering in place. Hopefully, you're being safe. Or you're quarantined, maybe you're self quarantine. You've got time, so really you need to consume this content because it's important shit. We're putting out important truth, important information, and it's shit you need to hear, and it could be taken down at any moment. They've taken down our episodes very recently, and then they've come back up mysteriously. So make sure to listen to them. You never know when it's going to be taken away.
Yeah, speaking of the episode that was taken down, that episode was about El Chupacabra, who is a cryptid, much like the subject we're going to be talking about today, the Dogman.
Yes, we're getting into cryptids. I fucking love cryptozoology. I do consider myself a cryptozoologist. False, I think, dabbles in it as well. I mean, we do a lot of research here uh, into cryptozoology here at the Bridging Realms Project. So I'm pretty hard for this today. Pretty excited about it.
Yeah, the Dogman's definitely an interesting case. As we'll kind of learn later in the episode, there are chapters who are tracking sightings of the Dogman kind of all through the U.S. Really, I'm aware of it most as a Michigan phenomenon, but there are chapters in every state that I can find.
Yeah, man. I've never been to fucking Michigan, so not very well versed in the Dogman. We've talked about it a little bit before. I've definitely gotten into some Bigfoot and some Sasquatch stuff, some El Chupacabra. Like I said, our episode was so good. Our episode was so controversial that for El Chupacabra that it was taken down by Apple, and now thankfully put back up. But I've never been to Michigan. Maybe I will someday if this Dogman stuff is interesting enough. But what other cryptids have official fucking groups, right? What other people are meeting nationwide, like Sasquatch, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely say nobody is in New Mexico hunting the Jersey Devil. Nobody is in Texas hunting the Loch Ness Monster.
No, no, that doesn't work out that way. But, nationwide for Dogman, that's Sasquatch levels of popularity. I feel like Dogman's really been gaining lately. You know?
Yeah, and there's a certain level of like sexiness to the dog man that's absent in a lot of cryptids where I really think a lot of these people like maybe they want to start with a sighting of a dog man and then maybe they're taken by the dog man to his dog man nest, and well, who's to say what happens there, but I think a lot of these people would gladly be abducted by a dog man.
Yeah, I mean, probably some of these people would. I maybe with for scientific reasons I would consider it. Um, but yeah, let's get into this and like I guess explain to the readers, or sorry, the listeners. Um, hopefully you are readers. Hopefully you're doing your own research and shit. But I want to explain to you guys, uh, for those of you who don't know, what the Dogman exactly is. Some of our listeners may not have bridged that realm. Maybe you're just into conspiracies. You only fuck with like 9/11 and fucking government shit. And Illuminati deep state stuff, and QAnon, and now you want to get into cryptids. Maybe you're just into UFO shit and aliens and New Age psychedelic shit, and now you want to check out some cryptids, or you like ghosts, especially if you're a chick that likes ghosts. False is into that. So paranormal chicks hit up False for that.
I'm
But
into paranormal chicks of all kind. I mean, really, you could be a fucking ghost. It works for me.
right, I'm currently spoken for at the moment, but I definitely dig UFO chicks. I can tell you this: uh, my lady friend definitely doesn't believe that we walked on the moon. You know what I'm saying? And Falls, he fucking hates the moon, so anti-moon chicks too. Hit him up.
Yeah, there's enough moon hologram ladies out there. I know there are moon hologram ladies dropping those BRDMs.
Yes. So back to our subject of the day, the Michigan Dogman. Let me see here. I'm on a very nice, trusted site for cryptozoology. If you guys want to follow along, it'll be in the show notes. I'll also put it in there. This is cryptids.fandom.com. I'm looking at the page for the Michigan Dogman. Um, it is a werewolf or werewolf type creature, first reported in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in the northwestern quadrant of the lower peninsula. In 1987, the legend of the Michigan Dogman gained popularity when a disc jockey at WTCM FM recorded a song about the creature and its reported sightings. So we'll put a link to that song in the show notes. It's a pretty good song. We've listened to it, and it's 2007 re-recording, and both pretty good. I would say I'm a big fan of music about the paranormal, about cryptozoology, stuff like that.
One of the better cryptid songs I've heard. Right up there with Stompin' Tom Collins.
Oh, definitely up there with the Sasquatch song by Stompin' Tom Collins. We really need to get the playlist out to you guys. We have a nice Bridging Realms playlist full of paranormal tracks, and there's a few cryptozoology tracks on there. You don't really expect to be, moved by music about cryptids, but it can be good, can be very meaningful, and so we need to put that out there to the listeners, get that playlist out to you guys. maybe with some of our Patreon content. We're looking to get the Patreon started very soon. So definitely, if you're out there, let us know if you're into that, because we will be getting it going. You guys can subscribe and get some exclusive content, much like playlists and show reviews. Um, and if you're catching us now, like with our new video content, make sure to like and subscribe. Uh, like our Facebook page, subscribe on whatever platform you listen to your podcasts on. Subscribe and rate us 5 stars.
Yes, 100%. And guys, this Patreon content is really going to be some special stuff. It's really going to take the production quality of the show up a notch, and we've got some really great video content that'll come to you through the Patreon. So be on the lookout. We hope to get that up in the next couple weeks, and we'll announce some of the shows coming to the Patreon as we near the release.
Right. We've got so much content for you guys, especially in the way of research we've done, UFO sightings, cryptid sightings, things like that we have cataloged over the years that we used to have up on our old website, along with our old podcast before all of that was deleted and destroyed, by nefarious forces, by the deep state. So now that we're rebuilding, we've got all this stuff. We just haven't put it out for legal reasons, to protect ourselves, to protect some of our sources and expose this truth. So the time is right, for these. We've got everything in place. We've been working with our sources. We've been working with our lawyers and things like that to get these videos out there. It's going to be some groundbreaking stuff, groundbreaking truth exposed. And we do promise you that we are not in any way tied to the government. We are not government shills. We have no contacts at the DOD, the CIA, ATIP, any kind of connections like that. We are clearly just an independent, citizen-ran organization that is just looking for disclosure, looking for truth.
A real mom and pop.
Right? Yeah. Where I guess I would be the mom with my nurturing nature, and you would be the pop, big daddy false freedoms. You have you've got the hat and everything.
Well, mama's too scared to give a spanking, and daddy's got to do it.
Well, I guess, yeah, I guess that's how you could put it. I don't know that I've ever struck anybody's ass or anything really. Um, but yeah, so let's get into Dogman some more. So it got popular in the '80s with that song. If you clicked on it and listened to it, it's about Dogman sightings. And let's look at some of the sightings here. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, pulling up. I don't know if you've got your research handy there, False. See, the first sighting apparently was, in the fucking 1800s, like I was telling you. This goes back 1887. Two lumberjacks saw a creature that they described as having a man's body and a dog's head. Yeah, so, and then, skip forward to 1938 and Paris, Michigan. This guy named Robert Fortney was attacked by 5 wild dogs and said one of the 5 wild dogs walked on 2 legs. So I guess we're talking, he got there's a ringleader, I guess. One of them is the dog man. He's on 2 legs and he's fucking telling the other ones to gangbang this guy.
Yeah, the dog man is able to command the dogs.
It looks like it, dude. So, I mean, with these initial sightings, going from, the late 1800s to early 1900s, I'd like to talk about, something that's the obvious first conclusion, you see this dog-like creature walking on two legs. I mean, most people are gonna think werewolf. Am I right?
Yeah.
I think these people first thing would be werewolf, but I think there's a distinction to be made there, because in the research we do, with bridging realms, we have to bridge a lot of realms, right? There's different
Yeah.
realms, and I feel like werewolves fall into that paranormal realm, right?
They do. They are not cryptids, and there's a key indicator on the difference between a dogman and a werewolf.
Yes.
It's a visual indicator. You can quickly discover what the difference is. Are they wearing shorts?
Yes, we've talked about this before on the podcast, and this is some extensive research that we've done. If with paranormal reports of werewolves, it is a man turning into a fucking wolf creature thing, and in all reports and all accounts, they are 100% wearing jean shorts.
Yes.
All they're always fucking wearing jean shorts. I can't tell you a single account that we recorded or came across, or we've had called in or emailed into us that didn't have them in some shredded jorts,
Oh
uh,
yeah. Every
shredded
fucking time.
shredded jean shorts, at the very least slacks. There's a rare outlier that we have to point out. We're not
Yeah.
we're pointing out the truth here, so we're not going to bullshit you. There is the rare occasion, where they're wearing shredded slacks, but it's always pants. Dogman's not going to be wearing pants. They do not. They absolutely do not wear pants from all reports that we know.
Yeah, Dogman isn't gonna let himself be tamed like that. He's not an official man. He's a cryptid. He owns that cryptid status. That's a lot rarer than a werewolf, which again is paranormal and can be created. A dogman really has to be birthed by another dogman.
Right. As far as we know, the werewolf, is going to be it's going to be paranormal. It's a curse. It's going to have the intelligence probably of a human or a demon, if you will. Um, Depending on your beliefs or the kind of werewolf this is. But Dogman, is more of a creature, I believe, more of, you know, uh, it could be intelligent like the Bigfoot, but I believe more of, an animal. It is more of a creature, a beast, and definitely not mystical,
Yeah.
just I mean, could be. There's always, the possibility that some of these hidden creatures are interdimensional. That's always on the fucking table. But as far as I know, my feeling uh, and my expert opinion would be that's the distinction. A werewolf is going to be more mystical, more paranormal, and we don't know a dog man that wears fucking pants. It's an animal.
Yeah, it's just a fucking animal. It's the next evolution between dog and man, arguably.
Right. Now, with this one account, though, it does seem a little bit more advanced if it is leader of the pack, and walking around on two legs, ordering around some goons, some fucking henchmen. That's pretty boss. So you know, that could have been a werewolf. That reports a little gray area for me.
Yeah.
Um, but that's where we have found the difference. Is definitely in the genes. It's definitely in the gene shorts. So um, that's the distinction I would make when
Yeah.
giving these reports. And definitely, if you send us, because this happens, we've gotten reports that are about hey, we saw a dog man, and they send us a picture they got of it, and the thing has pants, and we have to we have to dismiss those, because it's not very credible. And we've gotten some good photos that we had to send back and say, don't send us this shit. This is bullshit. because it's clearly what you've got here is clearly a werewolf
He's
that you missed.
he's holding a fucking Old Navy bag. You dumb fuck! Don't send me the goddamn picture.
Right, he's got an Old Navy bag. We've gotten several pictures. There's a torn up stuff from a van. In the background. This is clearly a werewolf, and we're just not trying to mislabel those things. That screams like hoax. We don't want to be fucked with. Some people try to fuck with us. They're trying to get clout. They're trying to make name for themselves. And yeah, don't send us, your Dogman hoax when it's clearly a werewolf here. We're doing high level research here. We're not here to dick around. We're not dicking around on the fucking Discovery Channel or fucking history right now. All right.
Yeah, this is real work we're putting in, and it's just time to be taken seriously. And on the note of being taken seriously, I would like to lead into our next segment, which is hottest cryptids.
Yes. Yes. I do want to talk North American Dogman Society. We got to give them a plug for this episode, but I do, and yeah, I think it's time. We've been talking about the shorts and stuff. I think let's get into something sexy, hottest cryptids, something a little bit lighter for the people, right?
Right.
They,
I have some images to throw up on the screen here, and
let's see it.
I'm going to share my screen with Dr. Gene here so he can see these images, and we'll talk about some of these cryptids real quick. All right, going to throw one up here. You see that, Doc?
No, I don't. Actually, I do not. I don't see that. I still see you.
Okay.
Oh, now it's black. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck, man.
That is a nice mama right there.
She is. That is. You all should know this, listeners, this and viewers. This is probably the most famous photo of the North American Sasquatch, and man, she's a beaut.
She truly is.
That's from the Patterson Gimli film.
She's just
Patty.
She's letting them swing is what she's doing, and I couldn't be more intrigued by it.
Right. There's something, I'll tell you, there's something about this photo that makes it so famous, not only as a very clear Bigfoot video, a very clear and debated Bigfoot photo, but this is one of the only Bigfoot photos to be just freely swinging titties. This thing is stacked. Like she's got the bazongas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just wishing that debris wasn't in the way. I mean, you can't get a good look at the butt on that thing because it's stacked.
It's there. It's there. She's thick. I will say that she's a thick girl, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. She is. She's a BBS, big beautiful Sasquatch. And I think that's one reason it's so famous. And I would say my personal opinion, this is definitely one of the hottest cryptids. Lady Sasquatch is top of the totem pole.
Yeah, she's gonna be really hard to beat. Let's go to our next cryptid though, and this is a little something for the ladies. Right here, it's not just ladies though. Don't get me wrong, because when you see this picture, a lot of guys are going to be into this too. Here's our dog man.
Yeah, the star of the episode. For all you listeners or viewers who came here for the dog man, don't worry. we are getting back to his ass right now. Um, there he is. What do you think? You see that guy in the wild?
Yeah, he's got quite the sheath area there. Quite the sheath. This appears to be running up his stomach and terminates within the dog head. So that's a pretty impressive piece of weaponry he's packing on him that is going to be very satisfactory because you know he's going to just go at it like an animal.
Most likely, yeah. Most likely, this depiction. I'm definitely. I didn't expect it to be so smooth. So that's really off-putting to me.
Yeah.
But I get that Dogman's gonna be ripped. So, and he might be handsome. So I'm sure that some people might be into it. Not really my bag, but I'm thinking, yeah, like you said, the ladies. It's definitely going to be popular with the ladies. Um, and so, yeah, but definitely different than a werewolf. Definitely, this dog man is going to be hanging dong. He's going to be ripped, and he's not going to be wearing shorts for sure.
Guys, get this guy in a Twilight. Get this guy in a Twilight right now. The
Yeah,
ladies will cream.
right. Those fucking movies had the chance to do this. They had werewolves. They had werewolves that were not wearing shorts. By the way, it was grossly inaccurate. They just write their own lore these days. But those werewolves were awful, and they were nothing. They could have been dogmen. It could have been much better. You could do a Twilight with dogmen and fucking Sasquatches, or pick another cryptid on this list as we go through them. Another sexy cryptid, and write a new, better cryptid Twilight.
Yeah,
You could do that, False. You should, man.
I should. Yes. Maybe that will be a another book release for us. A new cryptid Twilight. That I will
Yeah.
bang out in a cocaine fueled weekend.
Connect with some of the lonely chicks out there, man.
Oh my! You're fucking genius.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, dude, you quit. Gotta give up on some of these online cosplay chicks.
I you're have you been browsing through my OnlyFans?
Well, I mean, you leave it up in the office, so I just walked in the room and saw the computer, but
Let's move on to the Jersey Devil. Look at this. I whipped this up just for you, Doc.
look at this motherfucker. Man, I'll tell you one. This is one cryptid I was definitely surprised in my research. Of looking at him and what the Jersey Devil looks like. It was not what I expected. It sounds like it's gonna be something pretty badass, and then it looks like a goat with wings, with bat wings, and then this one in the middle is just like this little impish leprechaun thing, man.
Yeah, and he's got little bats flying around him. They look like batarangs, and
Yeah, frankly, actually, he's probably the most badass of the depictions I've seen, because he's like this little Satan leprechaun thing
you
that
can
he's well dressed too.
you can tell he's trouble though. You can tell he's got some kind of Rumpelstiltskin type thing going on, and
Oh yeah, he's mischievous as fuck, dude.
he's gonna get your firstborn child.
Definitely gonna take that.
He
Yeah,
might impregnate you with your firstborn child.
yeah, he definitely fuck with you in that way, and stuff like that. He fucks with some dark arts kind of stuff. These other guys, that one, I mean, the others look like some kind of goat or dragon thing. The one on the right doesn't look like he has much intelligence going on. Um,
He looks like the stupid dinosaur of the Jersey Devils.
yeah, yeah.
The one on the left there looks vaguely demonic.
I dig that. Like he looks pretty metal. He's
Yeah.
pretty metal. What's next on the list?
All right. We got our last one on the list, and she's a good old gal here. We got Nessie.
Oh shit, dude. This is one of my favorites. Uh,
Yeah.
Dear to my heart. I got into Nessie as a young boy, and you know, I still believe. We haven't done an episode yet, but very soon we got a very controversial, I think, Loch Ness monster episode coming up very soon. She's a classic that needs to be revisited, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this hot take out there that all the reports of it being an old hoax and all of the scans of Loch Ness, it's all bullshit. She is real. I'm putting out that my belief that Nessie is real. I still believe she's still real. Fuck all of you that say she's not. I think I might have convinced, but I mean, as far as like sexiness, I mean, she's pretty smooth. I mean, how can you not? How can you not like that smooth, sleek dinosaur skin? You know?
Well, and look at the kindness on that face. Out of everybody we've seen, she's the one you marry, you know?
Right. There's something I also find sexy and attractive about her wisdom and confidence. You know, her age. An older woman can be sexy. I know false. Uh, uh, Definitely, I've seen that. You've left that up on the computer as well. Um,
32% of my online dating attempts are towards gilfs.
that I'm well. That's a testament to the research we fucking do here. That's actually impressive that you know the percentage on that, and I applaud you for that. Uh, I'd say yeah. I'm saying Nessie is a pretty hot cryptid, sexy cryptid, very provocative as far as like thought as far as hot and popularity. Not as popular right now.
Yeah, definitely not as popular right now, but
Not
she
really
does.
talking about lake monsters as much, and I think we're gonna bring that resurgence with this future Loch Ness episode. You know, it'll be coming up in a few weeks because you know we don't want to give you too much cryptids at once. So, but get ready because we're gonna expose some truth here that I don't think anybody else has.
All right, so Doc, what's your verdict? Out of the four cryptids we saw, who is the hottest?
Shit, dude. You know, we didn't. Did we? Oh man, it's really difficult. I'm gonna have to go with the classic Sasquatch. I think Patty from the I had her poster on my wall as a kid, and you know she's just a classic, tried and true. So I'm gonna say hottest scripted, definitely the classic North American Sasquatch.
I myself, I think I'm a Jersey Devil man. Um, some little imp tricks would be played. I'm certain of that, and I'm more than ready for it.
All right. Well, folks, that's a segment we want you to take part in as well. Leave a comment if you're listening or watching. Leave a comment on who you think the hottest cryptid is, what we looked at. And if you're on Twitter or Instagram, leave a comment or tweet at us and let us know who the hottest cryptid is. If you agree or disagree with our takes, let us know.
Or if
And
you have a hotter cryptid, send us a pic. You know, put it in the comments.
yeah, send us your sightings, especially if they're hot, if they're good hot sightings. Send us that. If they're blurry, send us that too. We're all about any kind of sightings. We are doing the research here, and we want your help too. You know, so we want to see those pics. So send them along.
Well, guys, we got one more segment for you. We did want to talk to you about the North American Dogman Association.
Right. This is a big thing. Like we said, not many have their own group. You should definitely check out their website. We're gonna put it in the show notes. They are pretty legit, I'd say. They've got some fucking canine units you can see there on the website. Uh, Canines sniffing out canines. That's pretty good fucking research, I'd say. Um,
Yeah, and they go to conventions. I see the New Jersey chapter all over the place. They got a very active leader to that New Jersey chapter, Nick Valenti, and they're at every major cryptid conference representing the North American Dogman Association, and it's really impressive that we've got all these chapters all over the country. You can find a Facebook group for any state. So get in there, join your Facebook chapter, and let's hunt this dog man. Let's find him.
Yes. Once this is all over, I know we want to try to get involved with some chapters. Get out there in the fucking woods and do that research and look for that dog man. I know we're down, and we just want to give them props for keeping the search alive, for recording the fucking daily sightings they get for the dog man. And also, I mean, because we get them, we know the bullshit. I'm sure they're having to weed out all those werewolf sightings, all the dogman sightings that come in, and he's wearing fucking jean shorts and a tattered Hawaiian shirt or something. Um, so props to them. And if anybody's listening from the North American Dogman Association and would be willing to be interviewed on the show, we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to yeah, talk about your organization, talk fucking Dogman, right? I mean, tweet us, let us know.
Yeah, guys. Let us know. Get us in these Dogman organizations. Let's find Dogman together. You can get the research power of Bridging Realms behind this. Let's come up with a solution to an easy problem. Let's find the Dogman.
Yes, yes. So, in closing, guys, I feel like we did a good job bridging a realm today. Some more top-notch research, false, really good work there from GameStop. I hope you get out of there soon, bud. Um, and I'm here at home also doing that research, getting you guys all the good info. So you guys keep researching. Definitely look up Dogman stuff. Check out the association. Check out those songs. Um, look into it for yourselves. And we'll be back next week with a new episode, a new subject, and more great truth being exposed for you guys.
Yeah, so signing off, I'm False Freedom 691.
I'm Dr. Gene Carlisle. Thank you guys for Bridging Realms.